Hello there.
Podcasting from somewhere in Central Florida.
Where is the bloody rum?
I see you cried knifey spoony before.
Just drink some rum.
Rum is the power, rum is the key, rum is the thing that will set us free. Rum,
And nerdy. And nerdy.
Sit back, relax. Remember to turn off your cell phones. For the next hour, let me be your Candy Crush.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is episode 4.18, Bantha Burger.
What are we going to be talking about today, Greg?
Well, seeing how it's May 3rd, tomorrow's May the 4th, be with you.
Woo-hoo.
You know, I was going around telling, and we're recording this on the 1st, and I went around telling everybody, hey, what's so special about tomorrow that just is noteworthy? And everything, I don't know. It's gonna be May.
Yeah. I
So,
saw that.
Facepalm over there is Tyler. Tyler is the Rum and Nerdy intern is in the studio today. Hi, Tyler.
Hello there.
I see what you did. You've been holding that in, waiting.
Yes, I have.
Wow.
For the longest time.
That's why you're over there turning pink. It's like, just say it. So, yeah. What you started to ask the question. So, what is it? What is it about this week? There's obviously we're celebrating Star Wars, but we're also mourning the passing of
The Bad Batch.
Yeah.
It left us in good faith. It's not like it was sudden.
Yeah.
We weren't fireflied or anything.
Still too soon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it was planned, and I think it was executed perfectly.
Yeah. We should do an episode on what if we rebooted Firefly.
Didn't we do? We did a whole list one time. We did a whole recasting list.
Did we?
For who would you recast in what show? Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
We did do that. But
That's a fun game. Yeah, a recasting list. Anyway.
Well, this one, it's all the same guy. It's the same guy voicing these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So
we've been living with them for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you do one person doing all of them, or would you do this person is this person is that person? How would you do the recasting?
Oh no, that was a comment made directly to Greg's comment about Firefly or something. I don't know. I wasn't talking about Bad Batch specifically.
Yeah.
There's still more. I don't want to remake any Star Wars content because there's still so many stories in that universe we can tell. There's no point in rebooting it. 0 point in reboot. Could you imagine if somebody rebooted episode 4?
I know a lot of fans wanted to start back over with episode 7 and say, no, we're going to Dallas it, and it was all a dream, and we're just going to... Which I think, it's dumb. It's out there. Just freaking leave it alone.
Yeah, that was Elliot's point. It happened. Move on.
Yeah.
We can get there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
So what were your thoughts on the wrap-up? Series wrap-up, Bad Batch.
Well, first
it
off...
came out on Wednesday, so... What, 3 days ago?
As long as, if at time of their listening to it.
Yeah.
3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've got to ask this. Do we need a spoiler alert? Or,
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Okay, you've been warned. Spoiler alerted. We're going to talk about it. It's still the blood in the water. It's fresh.
We literally watched it upstairs, came down, hit record, and we're here.
Yeah. After we stopped and got some ice and stuff for refills.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'll be important.
Refills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is this? We're still working on your Guatemala?
Yeah, sure.
Cane Island?
Cane Island.
Yeah.
I let my son and his friends have the Australia.
Oh, no. How'd that go?
I don't know. I don't know if they remember, but I didn't care. I'm like, nobody's driving? And they're like, nope. This is cool. Go for it.
Yeah, they're also not connoisseurs enough to know the difference between rum and Malort.
He's also... He was also asking me if he could have the Crown Royal. I'm like, I didn't buy it.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually say that. I think I have a bottle of that lying around that I save for guests.
I only buy it for the dice bags.
I found we found a random one when we were going through things. We were cleaning up our house, apartment, whatever. And Mom found a bottle of Crown Royal. We realized, oh wait, there's where the alcohol closet is. So
What?
I know we have it.
You lost an alcohol closet?
It's more like
Hold on. You lost a whole alcohol closet, and the only thing that drew your attention to it was a little purple bag?
There's a lot of missing context. It just happens to realize, wait a second, I'm now legal enough to be able to see what all of these things
Oh.
we have hidden are. Oh, right, yeah, it's over the fridge that's hard to access.
Spoiler alert, Crown Royal, not good.
Noted.
No, there's a lot of alcohol out there that the only thing it's got going for it is the marketing team.
But yeah, absolutely. And that little bag, the little cloth pouch that Crown Royal comes in, it's amazing for wires. Like cell phone chargers and all that kind of shit.
No, those are for dice.
Use them for dice?
That's
Yes.
just for dice.
Dice for like shooting dice in the alley?
No, for Dungeons and Dragons, nerd.
There you go.
I mean, not nerd.
Whoa.
Be more nerdy. Okay.
I
Anyway,
was about to
so
say, I thought I wanted into a fucking Jim Croce song.
Okay. We were here to talk about Bad Batch. We warned everybody.
Yeah, we've been trying to start talking about that for like
Yeah, so
three spoilers.
I mean, they're making a big deal, and I think I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think that they needed to do this, but they were really very clear about this is the end of clone era, or at least clone era stories about clones, and
Yeah.
and I think that that's a terrible idea.
I also don't think they're going to hold to it.
What, the most retconned IP in the history of retconning?
Is it? Is it? Is it? Hold on. No.
George Lucas, every time he goes and re-edits something, like they're going to do another version and he cleans it up again.
You know, there's a difference between cleaning it up and retconning story
Yeah.
Hey,
elements. I don't.
Han shot,
Yeah.
period.
You know, I get
Han shot first.
That's also not retconning.
Yeah, retconning, isn't that like the legends, we wipe the slate and then you
Yeah.
got the new canon?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
Okay.
about. Retcon.
Absolutely.
You know what? What's hold this over for a whole other episode
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I will give you examples of how they have gone through
Fine.
and
I'm-
changed things.
I'm just saying. You know what is
blatantly.
What is that principle of physics, like or mathematics, where if you keep getting halfway towards your goal, or you move towards your goal, and like I move half the way there, and then I move half the way there, and then I move half the way there, you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
That's the way the Star Wars universe is in between the Clone Wars and A New Hope. There's an infinite number of stories that you can tell there.
Yeah.
You're never going to get there. You're never going to do it.
There you
And
go.
and I say A New Hope, but Rogue One, because Rogue One actually got to A New Hope,
Yeah.
so you're never going to be able to get to Rogue One.
Star Wars episode 4 minus 0.1.
Yeah, unless you see like Saw Gerrera signing the mortgage paperwork on his cave, you're never going to get there. Is that going to be an escrow? Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You
For
did
the
that-
dream.
Yeah. You got to do the voice though.
Who's going to give me a loan, Jackhole? You? What, you got a ATM and that torso light bright?
Oh. Asthmatic something. God, what? Robot chicken.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken is the best thing to
Oh,
happen to Star
God,
Wars
he's
since Dave
crying.
Filoni.
Oh God, he's crying. I don't know.
You've been flying
Pasta
around
salad.
You've been
I'm
flying
not
around for
gonna eat
2 weeks trying to get a signal? God, you must smell like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Anyway, Bad Batch. This is
Tyler,
gonna-
have you ever seen Robot Chicken's Star Wars
You
specials?
told me to watch it after the...
I did, and did you?
I did.
You
'Cause
did? Okay,
You
so
told
you
me
have.
at the TEA Born event that I needed to watch it, and that I should not say anything until I watch it again.
something,
And
something,
did you?
something dark side.
And it was
All
it was
three?
I did because I specifically remember the Palpatine escalator.
Stormtrooper?
Yes,
Stormtrooper?
exactly.
Stormtrooper.
Yes, I watched all three.
Okay. Okay.
I promise. I
Hilarious.
completed my homework.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Fabulous. Okay, so
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch.
We're trying. I promise.
This is the
We're
Bad
gonna-
Batch bad review.
Yeah, we're gonna end up talking about this show before the end of the episode. I swear to God.
Anyway, so so where did we go? We basically ended up, the day was saved. All the data and the research was destroyed. There's the spoiler. Everybody
Yeah,
pretty much made it out.
Spoiler alert: the Empire doesn't invest in cloud services.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Amazon AWS
I
would
was
have
gonna say
saved
that.
this
This episode of Bad
so
Batch
much
is brought to you
effort.
by AWS.
I mean, think about it. Scarif, the cloning research. I mean, the Empire would have taken over the galaxy again if it wasn't for.
They bring up the reason, at least in one of the books. It's like one of the ones where it's like Galen Erso talking about his time working on the Death Star project, and I
Data was
cannot
controlled by
find.
John.
Yeah.
I
Inside
cannot
joke.
find it for the life of me. I know the book.
You know what? Whatever the excuse is, it's stupid. Honestly, it's like, hey, we have
Welcome
this
to canon.
we have this critical information that the fate of the Empire hinges on, and I'm going to keep it on this flash drive in like a pants pocket. Like, oh, hey,
We're going
how-
to store it in a Rubbermaid bin in the
how-
kitchen.
How come we don't know?
Think of it this way: the
How come we don't know how to clone anymore? Oh, I did the laundry and I left the flash drive with all the info in my pants pocket.
But like the end of Rogue One would not be as would not be as tense if you could just say, "Oh, bloop, it uploaded to this portal from that portal." Like
Yeah, but see, Rogue One, they weren't destroying all of the data; they were stealing the data so they could have it.
Yeah, and in theory, the hard drive in that case
Yeah,
only was destroyed because the Empire blew up their own frickin' base.
yeah, but that didn't matter because the Death Star was already done. So it's not like they lost information.
Yeah,
It
but
was-
it was a repository. There wasn't one fucking hard drive. It was a 30-story tower of hard drives.
Also, not a cloud.
I was waiting for you to go.
just saying.
Yeah, but that one hard drive was just rated to all the others.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Data diversity and redundancy is literally my day job, so it's kind of a sensitive subject.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the nerd part of Running Nerdy. You thought it was about the science fiction stuff. No, it's about low voltage data mining.
So you know what my favorite part about Bad Batch is overall? Because we've talked about it before.
The practical
No.
effects.
The fact that the
For
Bad
an
Batch,
animated show.
the Bad Batch came out of fucking nowhere. Here's a random story about a bunch of random clones, and like, okay, whatever. It kind of ties into Clone Wars. I'm gonna give it a shot, but I'm not expecting much. And they took a brand new idea, just a brand new set of characters, plopped them into the story, into the universe. One, they made you care about them. And they developed an amazing freaking story, and they ended it with an edge of your seat, borderline tear-jerking series finale. My hat is off to the showrunners, the writers, the producers of that show. Amazing fucking job, start to finish.
All hail Dave Filoni.
It was so well done. Every time they come out with a new, fresh off the boat, never thought of it before Star Wars cartoon concept, I'm buying off on it.
So you remember when these things came out, that was when we were all joking around because it was like, here's our slate of 15 new TV shows based on Star Wars, and we're like Gonk Droid.
Oh yeah,
and like Gonk Droid. What was like a Gonk story?
Yeah. Gonk Droid, a Gonk story was one of them. There was a number of them.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
this was
remember.
one of those. But I will say like that. It basically starting at Order 66.
Yeah.
Was really really an interesting way to, like, if you're really going to talk about the clones and what happened at that moment, these kind of misfits that Order 66 didn't completely work on.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant way to start that out.
Absolutely brilliant way to start it off. And they kind of did the same thing that Rogue One did with the handoff. Because Rogue One didn't shake hands with Episode 4. It gave it a big old kiss on the lips. Like, I mean, there was a really...
Yeah, with tongue.
I mean, you could play those two movies back to back, and it's basically one long movie. other than
Yeah.
Leia looking a little weird, but it flows. They did the same thing with Bad Batch and Clone Wars.
Yes.
It ties right. It ties together perfectly.
I will mention, since we mentioned retcons earlier, my slight with Order 66, they retconned Kanan Jarrus surviving. He's the Jedi at the beginning in the first episode. And it was already established in the comics of how he got away.
Yeah.
And then they retconned it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
part of me is being nitpicky, but it was good overall for the story.
The comics are story proving ground. The books are story proving ground. I know, like, you hardcore readers will say stuff like, it's canon. It's not. Until you see it on the screen, it's not official. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I know you don't like it. That's just the way it is. Fight me. Greg,
I just pulled up a list.
a list of...
The
It is
retcons.
20 biggest retcons in Star Wars history.
Oh.
Yeah, number 20. Obi-Wan knew R2-D2 before A New Hope.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I don't remember ever owning a droid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember ever.
Although they did a really good job of Obi-Wan constantly having his droids explode or he loses them or something. Like, he did a really
he
good...
needs droid insurance.
Like, they did a really good job of saying, like, okay, he never owned one because, like, he just kind of rents them, they explode, he gets a new one.
Well, and he did live on a planet with 2 suns without air conditioning for 20 years.
He did. And it really,
That'll erase some memories.
it really showed in his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
Anyway.
Bad Batch, speaking of droids, to get us back on track, that was genius by Omega to try and make the droid using what she learned from the Batch themselves
yeah.
to get out. Like, just all of Omega's tactics. Oh, I was cheering for her the entire time.
The most powerful moment, I think, in that entire series was in the second to last episode when you hear all the explosions upstairs and the children, they're all in their cavern chamber cage.
Holding
thing.
cage.
Yeah,
Down in the cellar.
and they hear all the explosions up above and someone's like, "What's that?" And Omega just looks at the camera and is like, "My brothers." And you're like, "Arr!" Not since the creepy little girl in David Lynch's Dune.
I was going to say, you just... that's what it's my brother.
Saint Alia.
Here's the Kwisatz Haderach.
Exactly. That right there, and then just cut to credits. That was the most powerful scene in the whole series.
So, Tyler, you had heard from a friend that there's tissue moments in this, and I didn't get there. I'm not even
Tissue.
really close.
He means like Kleenex tissue and not like genetic material tissue.
Yeah.
Yes. So leading up to this, since we were recording this May 1st, and it came out technically last night at like 3 a.m., I am getting all of these messages from just friends in different servers who I have a lot of friends who love watching Star Wars and we'll all comment together.
Yeah.
And I told them, I'm like, please, I am watching it tonight. No spoilers. Stay away. But one of them did mention to me, he went, you need tissues. Make sure you have tissues. I'm like, okay, I'll pass along the message.
Now you know not to trust their judgment when it comes
Which part do we think was the most emotional, though?
I was just... So when Crosshair was having his hand tremors, we were wondering what that was. Was that shell shock? My brain immediately went foreshadowing.
Well, it's been foreshadowing.
But just still, and then just seeing
And then
the
he gets his
sword
hand cut
come.
I think that was kind of fun, because it was kind of like, hey,
it was kind of fun, you got his head cut off. It was pretty sweet.
Kind of a morbid sort of fun.
Finishing that sentence. Thank you very much. I think it was very fun. Like, it was, things happened to all of them that kind of said, like, you're retiring now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like, you're done. You've used up 8 of your 9 lives. Fucking stop.
Yeah, right off into the sunset.
Yeah. So I thought it was great. I thought the redemption. What?
Stop eating the peanuts.
Shut up. The redemption of what's his name?
Crosshair.
Bullseye. Yeah, Crosshair.
Bullseye?
Yeah, shut up.
Ugh. It bounced right off of the hat.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, his redemption and with like the whole like, no, let me gonna do this. No, we're all gonna do this, and him kind of just like that was that moment where it was like, no, forget all that stuff. We're together. We all trust each other now. We can blah blah blah. So that was really beautiful. The Kemimon like giving her life to
Kemimon, yeah.
Now let's say no.
yeah. So that was and we saw we're like foreshadowing. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna
No.
steal as much data as he can and run off. And then that's gonna be like the seeds for whatever program, because we're all like,
That's
what
what
was
I'm
the project? Necromancer,
Necromancer.
and we're all sitting there going, oh yeah, this is the cloning and
Somehow Palpatine returned.
the Palpatine
Somehow.
Endgame, the Palpatine surviving Endgame thing.
Somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, the somehow returning is at least 2 more complete series, be it live action or animated.
Well, because they're kind of like this is
But we had
tied
it-
into
We had Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian. But the genesis of that it's gotta be here, because we've lost all the Kaminoans.
Yes.
And
It's a hard word.
to remember. Yeah, and so we
The chamomeleons.
yeah the
That's why they're so soothing.
Chamomiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
They taste like sleepy time tea.
Hi, I'm going to destroy the data.
You also notice that the Kaminoans look exactly like the tall alien things from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Accurate.
I know.
Accurate. In fact, I think that it brings it all together, and they came to get those, and like
They were harvesting.
Richard Dreyfuss was actually the first clone.
Yeah, they were harvesting genetic material.
Yes.
That's why they returned all
Yeah.
those people.
This is important. This means something.
This means something. Yeah. Stay on
Anyway,
target.
She doesn't get
I-
that. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I'm vaguely familiar. I guess I need to put that on my summer watch list.
Oh my gosh,
I've got
that's a dynamite movie.
stack of DVDs you're leaving, or Blu-rays that you're leaving with later today.
I'm pretty sure it's available on the streaming services.
Maybe. Probably.
I finally have time to watch them.
There you go.
There
No,
we
you
go.
don't. We're filling that up.
Yeah, that's the best part about graduation is
I'm not graduating
TV.
yet.
No, I'm saying you have that to look forward to.
Ah.
TV.
Yay. Jinx.
Go get yourself a Coke.
Yeah.
You know where they're at.
Nicely done.
One thing in this house, though, we don't do the How I Met Your Mother rules. So I'm not allowed, like the whole you can't talk, and if you do, you're jinxed. We don't play those rules for jinxing.
Why is that How I Met Your Mother rules?
From How I Met Your Mother,
I'm just
When-
saying
when
those
they
are like
get
those are
Barney
like
to-
those are like the rules that are known as the rules.
Yeah.
I've always just grown up as you owe a Coke, not that you can't talk.
No, so mine's been my knowledge is it's the Coke as well, or you owe me a soda.
You can't talk until you receive the Coke.
No, it's in the How I Met Your Mother. You can't talk until somebody says your name.
Oh no, we don't play by those rules. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Much like the series finale of How I Met Your Mother, it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't great. And then, did you watch any of the How I Met Your Father?
None.
Nobody did.
Nobody did.
That's why it
Nobody
lasted a
because
season.
of the last season of How I Met Your Mother was so bad it turned off all of the fans. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's an awful show."
Well, I think it was one of those things where
Was it season 9? Was it
yeah,
season 9 the
for-
bonus
for
one?
for 8 seasons, we're going to not tell you How I Met Your Mother, and then in the 9th season, we're going to make it rushed about wrapping it up.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was like because it's such a good show, and every time I've seen clips of the show or gone back to the show, I'm like, that's a really good fucking show. And it is for 8 seasons, or however many. What is it? 9?
Whatever it is. Not
The,
more than
the
the
Whatever
last
it is.
the last season, whatever. Don't watch the last season. When it
Oh,
gets to the
yes.
second to last season,
Yes.
just stop watching. You're way better.
Stop at season 8. That's the general knowledge.
Yeah.
General
Yeah.
knowledge.
That's like in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Don't start watching until Cisco.
Loses
his hair.
until
Yeah.
he's bald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's when it gets good.
so good.
I think there's a couple in there you got to watch just for context.
Yeah,
but-
you really do.
Yeah.
Muscle through it. It's tough.
But then when he is bald, watch him all.
Oh, yeah.
And also with Bad Batch, the Zillow Beast. Getting that, just the payoff from that.
Hey, intern, did we figure out where that beast was captured?
Beast was captured. I recall it was captured like season 2 of Clone Wars because it used to be in one of the little flip books.
Yeah, exactly.
Season.
So I think it's been hanging because I don't think we saw it in Bad Batch.
We did. I thought we saw it in season 2 of Bad. We saw it in season 2 of Bad Batch. I thought because they were like, "Where are we taking this?" 1 second. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Anyway, so it reappeared in Bad Batch. Okay, I'll buy that. That's fine.
Beast,
Okay.
Wikipedia.
While she's looking that up, I'm going to retcon number 19. All the stormtroopers were clones until they weren't.
No, the clone troopers were clones. Stormtroopers weren't clones. No.
Legends was kooky about that.
Legends? What? No. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fight that one. Next.
Inhibitor chips force the clones to comply with Order 66. I don't know what's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Caminos.
Yes.
I don't
When was that retconned?
don't
When they introduced, someone was saying it was retcon when they introduced the inhibitor chips or something.
What?
It
No.
was, it was
What?
it was either they actually followed the order, or hey, the chips made them do it, turning them into like mindless robots.
No, the
whatever.
chips are the things that made them follow the order.
Hmm.
What? That wasn't retconned. Your list is flawed. Next.
It's not my list.
Blame the internet.
Han Solo's last name became literal. Han Solo's last name. I don't know why that's a retcon.
Oh, that was
That's
because of
Not a retcon. What was his original last name
he
like?
didn't have one because he was an orphan on Corellia.
Yeah, no. I understand that part of the story. Why is it a retcon? Why is it on the retcon story item lists?
I don't know. This is falling apart quickly.
This is a shit list.
Yeah.
What else you got? Keep going. Let's pick apart this list. Let's figure out all the reasons why this idiot posted all this garbage to the internet. 'Cause this is
Come for the
crap.
Bad Batch review. Stay for the odd retcons.
So far, the retcon list is crap. What's next? read the crap items in order.
Obi-Wan met Leia and Darth Vader between episodes 3 and 4. That's kind of there. Didn't. Well, no, because she talks about she knew him. I don't know. This is dumb.
Because she says something about she remembers her mother and father, and it's like, wait a second, she was way too young.
Why? Well, hold on. Why does? Yeah. Why? What's disputing that?
I don't know. There's a whole article explaining each one, and I don't want to read the whole article.
Yeah, don't read it. I think
Yeah.
I think that's a crap one. I think it's crap. He knows.
So
It's
Zillow Beast was in Clone Wars. I'm trying to confirm if it's the
Boom.
same Zillow Beast as the one that was in Clone Wars, because Wikipedia is claiming there were quote unquote remains only, and I'm like, no.
No, they captured a live thing.
They captured a live thing because
Yeah.
it was the Zillow Beast being like the name of the episode.
Yeah.
And then it appears in Bad Batch in Metamorphosis, Flash Strike, which I think was the episode before this.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
And
this
then this one,
episode,
okay.
which we're talking about Cavalry Has Arrived,
Got it. Nice.
which is a fun name for an episode.
Agreed.
Okay. Next.
I'd close the article.
Oh, you were that fed up with it? I was really looking forward to making fun of all that toxic fandom retcon bullshit.
I should have left it as I'll look up and do some research on it, and then we'll have an episode about it.
Oh.
Add one more episode
But I wanted
to
to
the
make
list.
fun of it now. Okay.
You can waste time with your friends after the chores are done. See what I did there.
I did. Fair.
Okay, so our other thoughts. I mean, not just on the episode. What about season 3? I'll say, like, I think I started to say this earlier, and we are so focused on all the shiny things in the room and not this episode. But the
No true statement.
right. So
Squirrel.
I when we were watching it, I was joking around because he had those 4 troopers in stasis, right? And they all had kind of specialty skills.
The super troopers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The clone assassins.
So they step out, whatever, and I jokingly said one of them just needs to like get a laser blast grazing the top of his head, and then and that ends up being
But
Snoke.
none of them have force powers. That's
No, but I said that when they first came
I
out.
get it. Yeah. No, agreed.
And quite honestly, if they had force powers, that wouldn't have made sense because the whole point to this was they needed the child with midichlorians to be able to show that whatever that they could transfer powers into a clone.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I think one of your kids broke something. Hey, I figured out in this latest episode why the Empire keeps failing.
Why?
Pneumatic tubes.
What?
There's fucking there's fucking pneumatics. Like they oh yeah, where she's in the pneumatic conduit. Like wait, pneumatics.
Why did they
What?
make them child size?
Yeah. More importantly, why is the Empire still relying on fucking 1970s bank teller technology? Like pneumatic tubes? What are they doing with tubes? Fucking tubes. I'm just saying.
It's the boobs.
The tubes. Hey, Joey, look at the fucking tubes. Yeah, no, that's why. That's why they fail.
Gotcha. Okay. There's that. Any other thoughts on Clone Wars?
Or Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. Glad to see how Hemlock lived and died. That was fun. I like villains.
We already spoiler alerted it.
I know. I'm making it fun, okay?
You're
I'm
making it fun, adventurous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. But just seeing how he's smart, but it's in the way that you love to hate him, but you love hating him so much that you want to see what he does next. Like just all of that.
I didn't want to see.
Aw.
I didn't. I'm done with you.
Aw. I'm a fan of a well-written villain, not just, hey, I'm going to be rad for the day. Like, just the machinations and all of that.
The malice.
So, I do appreciate that they bring Tarkin through.
Yes, yes.
So he's in around that. I love that the end when everything is destroyed. He's like, transfer all the funding from this to start Project Stardust.
That was quality.
For those who don't know, that's the Death Star project.
Do you think Peter Cushing would be happy with his legacy living on in cartoon form?
Oh my gosh, with how it's going, yes. Unless
I don't know, he hate Star Wars.
He did most of his scenes in the original in episode 4. He did most of his scenes in socks.
Yeah.
bedroom slippers,
Yeah.
like little fluffy slippers.
Yeah. And do you know what his best piece of work is?
Do tell. What? I can't see behind the bottle. Stop.
Is that the doctor?
It's hiding behind
Doctor
all these
Who.
obstacles.
He was. He was.
Oh, now I can read it.
Yeah. He was not the best Doctor Who, but he was a Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So
He certainly was.
Oh, Sonic's
He was
right.
more Doctor Who than Star Wars.
He was
himself, the character. Will go
himself. Yeah. He spent a lot because he did like 3 or 4 Doctor Who movies. 3.
Yeah.
He did 3. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. Every time I see him, though, I'm like, it's the Doctor, and like, oh, he's a jerk. Because it's really awesome to see Tarkin playing just a goofy doctor.
Yeah.
Instead of a militant badass. Anyway, he was a good
Would
actor.
you like to pick another target? A military target?
Name the system.
Yeah. Yeah, he's that's a great character. I like seeing him go through there, and I'd like to see more of what goes on with that. I think I'm prepared to let the Bad Batch go. I do want to see Omega show up again.
Yes.
Absolutely. And the way they ended it with her going off to fly a fighter in the rebellion puts her into episode 4.
Yeah, but I don't think that much time had passed.
You don't think? So her flying, when do you think, so the end scene, when do you think that's her flying?
Hunter's showing gray hairs, so
Let's put it into context. Order 66 was really days-ish before Luke and Leia were born.
So that gives you 18 years.
Yeah.
So she didn't look that old.
I would put her in her mid-teens.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
I
think she's going into episode 4. She's not going into episode 6.
But for the predominant amount of for the predominant part of Bad Batch.
Yeah.
How old do you think she was?
Ooh, 10?
Yeah.
I think she was older than 10.
She was smarter. I'd put her
13?
I would put her
Possibly.
13, 14, 15,
She
somewhere.
was a high M count clone.
yes, and it just
She
how
could have
she
been-
her mannerisms. She had a good head on her
Mannerisms?
shoulders.
Did you see her the etiquette she used at dinner? Like, no, that
No, like a preteen versus teenager versus college age.
Well, the accent certainly makes her come across as more sophisticated. So
Yes.
it does. Yeah, there you go. You're accent
but
biased.
as you point out, she's a clone, so she might not have never been a baby. So, at the point is that gets us to that end. How much time do we think had passed? 10, 12 years, 15 years?
I'd put her around the time Rebels was asking for fighters. So
I'm saying she's not 30.
no.
I'm saying she's sub 30. Basically, the amount of delta in between Clone Wars and Episode 4. Yeah.
4.
That delta of time, I believe, equates to her age that was displayed in the not cutscene, end credit scene, final scene,
the
whatever.
final scene.
Epilogue.
Yeah. Epilogue. Yeah, there you go. That's the word.
I don't believe that she aged another 18 years from the end of the Bad Batch story to that last scene. So I would say that
you're saying sub 18.
yeah,
So you're saying like, so okay, pre Rogue One.
pre-Rogue One, yes.
I think it'll be revealed at some point in time, but I think she's in the Rogue One Episode 4
I think
bracket.
I think she can she would certainly fit into possibly season 2 of Andor, because Andor is pre-Rogue One.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Sort of.
Even if
is-
it's just like a cameo passing.
It really is. You know what? It really is. And I'd be curious to see if they would bring a live action. They should. They should bring a live action Omega.
Especially with that outfit. The
Well,
cosplayers.
here's the other thing. Is she's a force wielder. She can do force shit.
She doesn't though.
She doesn't.
She was terrible at it.
She hasn't been trained.
And well, then didn't Ventress mention earlier in the series of if she gets trained, she's going to have a target on her back?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just saying, we have another force wielder in the galaxy.
Yay!
Yeah. Other than the inherent quote unquote luck of a force wielder, I wouldn't necessarily want to see her become a Jedi, or even in that, or even like moving shit around. It's more just like a mind tricks kind of passive thing.
I'm just saying, as far as stories are concerned, hers is a great story, and I think she has more story to tell. And I think, the statement of, "Oh, we're done with that Clone Wars era," blah blah blah. You're not. Just like Ahsoka came back. She was, again, my favorite Star Wars character of all time. They gave her a whole series, and there's so much more Ahsoka story to tell.
Absolutely.
And I think Omega's the same way. I think Omega could be the next Ahsoka in that regards. Of, hey,
Yes.
we're gonna have an Omega series. We're gonna do an Omega, thing. This is her origin.
I agree to an extent. I mean, Omega is no Ahsoka,
She's no Ahsoka. I'm just saying.
but I want to see more. I want to see her show up somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
But and that's where I
Absolutely.
started with this part of the conversation. Is I'm okay letting go of the clones.
Yeah,
The Bad Batch,
all day
you know,
long,
they've
all day
retired.
long. Clones, goodbye. Omega, technically a clone. I'm not putting her in that camp.
Yeah.
Unmodified clone. Because she doesn't have the double aging.
Yeah, I mean unmodified in that regard, but she's also not a dude.
Yes. I'm trying to. So the episode I'm thinking of from Rebels where she'd fit in perfectly is 1 BBY. It would be 18 years.
There it
There we
is.
are. Because Order 66 was 19 BBY, and the episode I'm thinking of where they're trying to like group fighters together for the rebellion, like Mon Mothma goes, "Hey, we're gonna rebel," whatever.
Yeah.
Is 1 BBY.
Okay.
So it'd give her about 18 years or so. There we go. reasonable.
Yeah, but I feel like even in Andor, I think, I don't know. I think that there was a rebellion before that moment. It can be any time in the I'm not saying that it was like, 17 and a half years. I'm saying that it could have been anywhere between, 13, 15, 17 years before.
Yeah, there is a rebellion going on, but
The rebellion.
well, more importantly, are they recruiting? Are you seeing a poster at your local, Aldi? The rebellion wants you.
Yeah.
When is that happening?
I don't know. What? I'm working on something.
I thought you waved at someone through the window.
No, you were looking. I feel like you were kind of looking over my shoulder. I'm trying something out here. Okay.
Well, they do have... Okay, so there are those little break-ins in the HoloNet where they're like, hey, the Empire's doing this crap.
Yeah.
Here we are.
There are.
Does that count as the Aldi poster, whatever?
I'll count that as an in-canon Aldi poster, yeah.
There we go.
So when did the rebellion actively hire an HR manager and start recruiting? Pilots needed. We offer a 401k and dental.
There's a segment. There's a Studio C segment where it's like Rebel Alliance life insurance, and it's so dang expensive that only Luke can afford it.
I could see that. Or Biggs.
Biggs.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck Biggs. I don't know. Luke is the biggest whiner ever. Hey, we're about 2/3 the way through this. We need to get to the Lego report.
I know the Lego report. I was just gonna. How much time do you need for your Lego report?
I don't know, a few minutes.
Lego report.
We can come back to this.
Lego report. Lego report.
Okay. Here we go.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dream.
Okay, that was fun, right? So Star Wars Day started today. We're for Legos. Not as many offerings. I think they kind of wasted it because about a month and a half ago they released all the microchips.
Yeah.
And I think that they could have waited here because whereas normally, like in the last couple of years, the little diorama sets they've had 3, and then they've had these other things, and they only have 1 diorama set, and then they've got one kind of UCS. I don't know if it's an official UCS set, but I'll get to that set. Let me start off with the freebies. So every year there's freebies for this weekend. Star Wars freebies.
This is Star Wars Lego freebies.
Yeah. First off, if you cross the threshold of spending $40, then you get a poly bag.
Can you spend under $40 on Lego nowadays?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Depends.
You know, like the brickheads, the single figure brickheads are about $10. So the multi ones are about $40.
And free shipping starts at like 50. So
30.
Yeah.
I think it's 30.
Yeah.
But either way, so the poly bag is of the AAT, the little attack tank from Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah.
So that it's the little small ones. If you spend $90, you get a coin. Much like the coins last year. Remember last year was the Death Star coin? Because I gave you one.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The
That was
little Death Star. This year they're doing another coin, and this one is the Battle of Yavin coin.
Okay.
Ooh.
A commemorative challenge coin.
Basically.
It sounds like the kind of thing that would be sold on daytime television. Commemorate the Battle of Yavin with this collector coin.
Genuine
Guaranteed.
simulated pewter plated.
Guaranteed to increase in value.
Yeah. So this little mini Death Star that's over,
Ooh.
I don't think you can see it over there. That was
I
the
see it in the
bigger
back one, yeah.
freebie. This year the freebie is the Trade Federation troop carrier from Phantom Menace. You know those things, they had the little robots that would fold out on the arms.
Yep.
So that's what it is. These little things here.
Yeah.
So as one would do, you can place as many orders and get those as many as you want. So I've built 3 orders. First order is primarily this.
The first order.
I see what I did indirectly that you also helped me with. So the big one this year is going to be the TIE Interceptor.
Nice.
And it is not being classified as a UCS, but it is the bigger, more high details, kind of like the last year was the X-wing.
You have, is it upstairs? You have a giant TIE fighter.
I do.
Yeah,
the regular TIE fighters upstairs on the above the seats that we sat in. There's a whole. That's where a lot of the ships are. There's the TIE fighter, the X-wing,
the Y-wing
is here. The Y-wing, the A-wing, all those are up there in that those shelves. So this goes with that higher detail display set as opposed to the play set. This one is 1,931 pieces and is set number 75382. So that one is ordered, and then I get, because of the price, I was able to get all of the freebies with that.
Okay.
Secondary to that, I'll go back to the other page. They've got the Mos Espa, blah, 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 words are hard.
Mos Eisley?
No, Mos Espa Pod Race.
Yeah. So
this is the basically the pod race from Phantom Menace as well.
Cool.
So you've got Sebulba and Anakin flying through there, and that'll go with these diorama sets that are over here.
Please tell me there's a Tusken Raider with a rifle
I was just thinking
somewhere
that.
in the thing.
No, but we can add it.
Yes,
To
please.
scale, it's just going to be you know how like they've been using the single round studs?
Oh, the dots. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like maybe that little brown dot there up top is a Sand Raider, but anyway, so this one's on a set. I've got that one coming. They have the Droideka, which is cool because the display, like usually the displays for these detail sets have a little figure. Yeah. But they don't do a minifigure, so there's a small build and then the full build, and it will go up with the other droids.
Okay. Yeah. You do have a fun droid collection.
Yeah. So that one is coming. That one is set number 75381 and is 583 pieces for $64.99.
That's really not bad.
Yeah. So some of the other things, we talked about the small figure Millennium Falcon. I did order these. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do the brickheads. That's like I've got the Mando and Grogu.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and start getting those full sets.
They're like the Funko Pop Art.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes,
Funko
they
Pop,
are.
Funko Pop, but in Lego.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the set, one of the group sets that they have is the Phantom Menace, which includes Anakin, Amidala,
Jar Jar.
This is the Tanaka.
Captain Panaka.
Hanukkah,
One of
that's
the
it.
guards from Naboo.
Yeah. The
You know him.
Darth
Darth
Maul.
Maul.
I don't know what. And then Windu. Not Windu.
Wait, what?
Why am I blacking everything out? I feel like a lot of pressure from you guys. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Anyway, set number 40676, 732 pieces, and that is $54.99.
It doesn't look anything like Qui-Gon Jinn.
It doesn't.
It doesn't look anything like Windu.
I think it's
I
Windu.
don't know. It looks more like Sam Neill or somebody. I don't know.
I don't know.
What else is there in? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is one that I'm really
Yes.
excited. This is on here. This is the BARC Speeder, the BARC Speeder Escape. This is the flashback scene where Grogu remembers getting out of the
temple?
Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
And the God, what's his name?
Kelleran Beck.
Ahmad Best. The actors Ahmad Best playing the what was his role at the Jedi Temple? Was it lore or something?
So this one, it was Kelleran Beck. He was the trainer of the younglings because he started it in Jedi Temple Challenge as like, if any of you, it's from the Star Wars Kids videos channels, like it was like a little obstacle course. Mm-hmm. That's where he started, and then that's how now getting him in canon proper.
But are you familiar with the actor that plays the character?
He was Jar Jar's motion capture human.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
he had gone through a lot of kind of a emotional, mental breakdown because of how he was treated because he played Jar Jar and Jar Jar was so hated.
And that character was the greatest IP redemption I think an actor has ever received.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've insinuated that they're going to be using him more. So this is really exciting. So I these smaller sets I usually don't go for, but because of the story,
You're getting it
I'm
just to
supporting
support him and
Yep.
like, hey, you know what?
100%.
He also, there was a bit of a book cut scene where Jar Jar actually expresses regret for his help, like, with everything in the Senate. It's in one of, like, the Aftermath books or whatever, but it was a very sweet scene to not even expect, but it was very cute. So now, seeing double redemption, I'm happy for him.
Absolutely. That is set 75378 for $30, and it has 221 pieces. Okay, and then that brings us to a couple of the other brickheads that I'm doing, which are going to be, I want to get Ahsoka.
Yes, I have that one.
So I got this one. This is the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, the Clone War the Clone Commander Cody, the Tusken Raider, big head. Looks, I don't know, Garrick, if you can see this.
Yeah.
Super cool detail. And then this one I want to get. This is not on my current list. This is the Ahsoka Tannen's T6 Jedi shuttle.
I just finished building that this morning. I got that one for Christmas. Finally finished. It's really cool. You're going to like it.
Cool build.
Yes, very.
Awesome. So that's pretty much the ones that I have ordered for this year. For the three, so I've got 3 orders that are 160 or above. So that's going to get me 3 coins and three of all the gummies. And then you kind of oohed and awed at this one.
Yeah, looking at the Coruscant Guard gunship as Greg's scrolling through, just seeing the red coloration. I've seen the different gunships and variations they've had, but this one just caught my eye, and that one looks cool.
Yeah, I think there's a UCS version that's huge on this one, but it's not one of my favorite ships, so it's not on my list to get.
That's not an Ahsoka figure. That's a clone. That looks like one of the clone.
It would have been
red
Clone Wars.
guards.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Oh, you're looking
so
at the actual
far.
the figures?
Yes.
So that's the regular one. Then they got the ATTE Walker. Some of that. I'm not seeing it. It might just be retired on here. So anyway, so that is kind of what's going on for Star Wars. A lot of this stuff, I saw some posts this morning. A lot of things are on back order already. So the orders are going to trickle in. But, I'm going to be gone for a little bit, so it's okay.
I've been getting blasts on social media for a lot of these sets. So it's like, it's already hitting advertising.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple of them, the TIE Interceptor, I don't think is officially, usually on those, you have to be in the LEGO VIP club to get them. If you're not in that club, you have to wait 15 days. But that one, it might not be the case. But oftentimes on like the UCS ones, usually they do a little 15 days early for VIP members. Which, by the way, doesn't cost anything. You don't have to earn the status. You just sign up. It's really easy.
I always thought about that like, Delta Sky Miles or some of that bullshit. Like, oh, yeah, you got to spend
It keeps track of the
8%
spending.
of your annual income prior to it allowing you to do the...
No, it's just signing up and then you get all the bonuses. You do get points that tracks for all your sales. I currently have about 12,100 points. Ooh. The last order that I have, the first order and the last order that I've got is actually in my inbox or my shopping cart ready to go out. I don't get my points until something ships. So I'm hoping that by Sunday, when is the last day of this sale, I'm hoping by Sunday enough is shipped to click me over 13,000 points. That's enough to get $100 off of that final order. Whoa. So that's kind of fun.
Nice.
But other than that, that's the LEGO report.
Lego report.
Lego report.
There it is.
Gotta do that Octonauts tribute.
One person out there watches Octonauts, and it's
Lissai.
going to be the best show ever.
Lissai.
Lissai.
Anyway, Tyler, thanks for coming over and watching Bad Batch with us. That was fun.
Thank you for inviting me.
You when you're over there, you're like, that was so metal.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty fun. Yeah. So thank you. And also, thank you, Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
Check us out on our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social medias are also at Rum and Nerdy, also Andy.
Yeah. You can email us at show@rumandnerdy.com. And we really love hearing from you, so go ahead and do that.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Cut. Print.
Yeah. All that stuff.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
Have you ever left home? Nowhere really to go. Bags turn honest first. Oh, have you ever felt alone in the universe? Bad batch, I'm never gonna back away from a fight. Oh, never mind, me only wanted to do what's right. Taking it slow, one step at a time. Oh, I'm a bad batch holding on to this life. Yeah, making it right, decided it's time. They say that we're flawed, turned away and are lost, going on our own. No, finding hope as we go along. Something ain't right. We fight for our lives. Bags turn on us first. Oh, have you ever felt alone in the universe? Bad
Music should I arrange like the Star Wars theme?
The Star Trek original series theme.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No, I was kidding. The fan bases will come after you with both a Force chokehold and the Vulcan neck pinch.